Namaskar, everybody. Today I have come live to express my views and to share with all of you about the moon transit, how the moon transit is going to affect all the ascendants. That is because according to my experience, moon plays a very important role in our life. Okay. And which I have been telling many times, wherever moon is placed, it creates inconsistency, instability, insecurity towards that house. Okay. We tend to become emotional with that house, with the attributes, with the characteristics, with the qualities of that house. So today is May 30th, and the moon is going to transit in Cancer zodiac sign, Kark Rashi, Cancer zodiac sign. So what impact it will have on all the zodiac sign, on all the ascendants, which I would be discussing. Because we are governed by emotions, feelings, sentiments. That is the force which is pushing us, which is motivating us to go ahead. So moon is going to transit today 3:42 p.m. in Cancer zodiac sign. Let's first talk about Aries ascendant. Okay. So right now the position of moon for Aries ascendant, that is the third house. So I'll not talk about the third house because the position is going to change by today evening. Okay. So moon would be occupying fourth house of Aries ascendant. So what does this mean? This means that this fellow, anybody, all the Aries ascendant would be, the coming 2.5 days, you can say, would be emotional towards all the attributes, all the characteristics, all the features related to the fourth house. So what is fourth house? Fourth house is our dwelling place. Fourth house is our mother. Fourth house is our comfort zone. Fourth house is our feelings, our emotions, our sentiments. Okay. So, and Mars is already placed for Aries ascendant in fourth house. So there is a possibility of quarrel, or you can say mood swing at home. There is a possibility of mood swing at home for Aries ascendant. So be very particular. Don't get very emotional or do not get carried away If you are interacting with your mother, be at ease, relax. Don't expect too much from your mother. Okay, don't expect too much from your comfort zone. Because as I've explained that wherever moon is placed, we tend to carry away. We get emotional. So Aries ascendant people, there is a lot of possibility of being emotional related to their house, their comfort zone, to their mother, or even to their vehicle. So relax, control your emotions or balance your emotions. Okay, that is the tips for Aries ascendant. Exercise, do Om chanting. That is a very important aspect of controlling or overpowering the energy of moon. Now let's talk about Taurus ascendant. Okay, so Taurus ascendant, moon would be transiting in their third house. Third house is the house of communication, short distance travel, our siblings, brother and sister. So what is the nature of moon? Emotions, feelings, sentiments. It's like the tides of an ocean. Ups and down, ups and down. It's not consistent. It is unstable. And we become a bit illogical wherever moon is placed. So for Taurus ascendant, you need to be very much alert and aware when they are communicating. Do not get involved in arguments. If somebody from the other side becomes a bit harsh or a bit arrogant in their communication, do not get carried away. You need to bit relax. Maintain your composure. Okay. And regarding your brother and sister, there is a possibility of being emotional. Too much emotional relationship with your brother and sister, you tend to so if you do not let emotions and feelings smother you, or you get carried away with these emotions, then the relation with your brother and sister would be perfectly balanced. So that is the main thing. So do not expect too much from your brothers and sister. There could be a possibility of relation, a drifting relation, slightly ups and down, or what we say, lot of annoyance, or sometimes you might feel bad, or your brother and sister may feel bad when you are interacting with them. So the emotional part is prevalent in the relationship with brothers and sisters, and in the communication also. So you need to be very alert, relaxed when you are communicating with other people, and do not expect that other consider or take care of your feelings and emotions when they communicate with you. That is the problem. If you expect too much, that for example, if you are involved in certain communication with anybody, so if for an instance, the other person get annoyed or be very professional, this might hurt your feelings. So you need to be very particular about that. So if you listen to what I'm saying, then you would be already aware that I need to be very particular. I should not get carried away with the emotional part of communication and brothers and sister. Okay. And third house is also the house of social networking. Okay. All kind of networking, that Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. So do not expect too much, that whatever you do, remain consistent, remain stable. Okay. Then you might spoil your mood, because wherever moon is placed, there is a uh, there is an inconsistency, instability, and a kind of insecurity. Okay. So let's go ahead with Gemini. Moon would be coming in their second house. Okay. Second house is their voice, their vocal cord. Okay. Now, one thing you have to consider and be very attentive about that, because as per the transit, Moon and Mars are coming together. Let it be Aries or Taurus or Gemini. So Mars for Gemini ascendant in second house is already in debilitated situation. So when Moon combined with it, so there is a possibility of short temper, or getting involved in arguments or quarrel with the traits of second house. So the family where you are raised and brought up, so you might get emotionally connected, or you start expecting too much. Wherever moon is, we start expecting too much. Moon is emotions, feelings. We are not logical, so we start expecting. They create a disbalance wherever moon is placed. So for Gemini ascendant people, do not get carried away by all the things related to the second house. Food eating habit, you need to adjust with your food eating habit. Do not expect that every time the food of your liking should be cooked or should be served of your taste. If it is not so, don't get carried away. Just relax. Remain centered. Okay. And regarding your face, don't feel insecure or bit worried about your bank balance, your savings. So don't get worried about your savings, your bank balance, your earnings. Relax. Do meditation. Try to spend some time alone and do meditation. Listen to soft music. Okay, because for Gemini ascendant, moon is in moon would be transiting in second house. So be very particular about your second house trait. Sometimes the result could be in your favor, but when the result is not in your favor, do not feel upset or do not get angry. Do not increase the volume of your voice. Moon and Mars in second house, your voice. Mars is debilitated. It affects the moon also. So if nothing goes in your favor, so try to increase the volume of your tone, of your voice. This creates disturbance in family. So try to avoid it. Okay. Now, for Cancer ascendant, moon would be coming towards their first house. First house is our body, our personality, our characterization, our physical stuff, our ego, everything connected to our own self. So, moon creates emotional aura towards oneself. So, all Cancer ascendant people, relax. Little bit of exercise is required, but do not get carried away with your exercise. Too much of exercise, because moon and Mars, first house, and Mars is not in a comfortable position. So there is a possibility that you want to prove yourself, you want to make a big change in the coming 2.5 days. So you get more violent with your body, too much emotional towards your body. So this creates a problem. Whatever you do, reduce the speed. Don't do anything in haste, in particular using your body, because as per the transit, the gochar, there is a possibility that you would be forcing yourself, you would be challenging, you would be putting yourself in adverse situation where you would be throwing aggression using your body. So you need to control that aspect for Cancer ascendant, because that short circuit type of characteristics is now connected to your body, to your ego. If somebody says something bad or something of not of your liking, do not burst out. Do not burst out. Relax. Okay? Because the possibility of being burst out is there. So control your body. Exercise. Use the energy of body in some creative work. Use your body energy in creative work so that all the negative energy would be thrown out. Great. So the next is Leo. Okay. For Leo, the moon would be occupying in their 12th house. 12th house is the house of relaxation, sleep, staying alone. Okay. For Leo ascendant, this is 12th house is their weakness. So when in transit, when moon would be occupying in the 12th house, it means a lot of emotions and feelings and sentiments are getting connected with the 12th house of relaxation. And all the things of 12th house, that is donation, spending money, okay, celebration, enjoyment, or living in a seclusion place. So all the things related to the 12th house, there is a possibility of inconsistency, instability, or you being emotionally connected with the things of 12th house. And Mars is in debilitation as per its transit, and the moon and Mars would be joining together today. So it means a lot of anger issue. If you are not able to relax, if you are not able to detach yourself from the outside world, or other people keep on disturbing you, so a lot of anger fumed up, and you will feel very upset, annoyed. Okay, so that is the problem. So you need to chill, you need to relax. Do not get emotionally connected with the attributes of 12th house. Virgo ascendant. For Virgo ascendant, moon would be transiting in their 11th house of their wishes, desires, their goals, achievements, ambitions. Okay, so you might have certain goals and achievements or uh, certain vision in your life, but the coming 2.5 days, do not get carried away with your feelings, with your emotions, wishes, desires, goals, achievements. Don't try to be adamant, stubborn, and do not get angry if your wish is not fulfilled, if whatever you are expecting, if it is not happening. Do not feel angry, because there is a lot of possibility that for Virgo ascendant people, that you people, because of moon transit in 11th house and co-joined with Mars, debilitated Mars, so a lot of anger issue or mood swing, because if things are not going to happen as per your likes, as per your taste, so control it, relax. Now the next one, Libra ascendant. In this case, moon is transiting in their 10th house. 10th house, moon and Mars. So for Libra ascendant people, you need to be very particular about your work or at workplace. Do not fight with your colleagues, with your bosses. Do not expect too much from your colleagues or from your work, from your business. Because wherever moon is placed, we start expecting more, illogically more. We feel insecure. So don't feel insecure concerning your business, your work. Do not get carried away when dealing with your work or at business. So remain chill. It's a matter of only 2.5 days. Now, Scorpio. For Scorpio ascendant, moon would be occupied in their 9th house. So, 9th house is the house of your gurus, higher teaching, long distance travel, higher philosophy, higher education. So in this case, if you have a plan to travel long distance, if you are going very far away, and there is a possibility that you are emotionally connected with your journey. When you are emotionally connected, so there is no U-turn. You don't want to change your plan. Okay. And you want your journey should remain relaxed, consistent, stable. But that is the problem. Wherever moon is placed, that inconsistency, instability, insecurity is the byproduct. And if you are listening to me, if you are following me, these are few tips. Relax. Don't get emotionally connected with your gurus, with your teachers, with your higher philosophy mindset, or your long journey, or your religion. With your religion, if something say bad to your religion, control your senses. Don't get emotionally connected with your religion, because there is a possibility of being carried away. Moon and Mars, this creating a short circuit atmosphere, carried away with the anger issues. So be very particular, be very aware, meditate, sit silently, do Om chanting. Now, for Sagittarius ascendant, Moon would be transiting in their 8th house. 8th house is the house of intimate relationship, physical relationship. 8th house is the house of in-laws. 8th house is the house of other person treasure, or the treasure of your spouse. Or 8th house is the house of sudden happening or mishappening. So do not, if you are very closely connected with your in-laws in conversation, be very aware. There is a possibility of a quarrel with your in-laws. So relax, chill, be aware. Don't get involved in the arguments with your in-laws. And don't expect too much. If you are into the business of your spouse, do not expect too much, or do not get emotionally connected with the earnings or with the work of your spouse if you are involved in it. There is a possibility, because Moon in 8th house creates a sort of insecurity. 8th house in itself insecure house, because a house of darkness. Anything can pop up. We are not very sure about. So, for these people, for Sagittarius people, in particular at night time, do meditation. Om chanting, humming meditation. Do not eat too much in your dinner. Very balanced or digestible food during night time. Speak very less during night time, because 8th house is a house of night time, because here the moon is placed. So do not, there is a possibility of getting involved in quarrel when at night, or lot of upset mind, mood swing during night time. So the best way is to, whenever after sunset, try to be very aware. Okay, closed your wings, remain in your shell, meditate, relax. Don't try to interact with the other people, outside world much, because it's a matter of 2.5 days only. So try to spend 2.5 days in meditation, in silence, less communication. This will help you for Sagittarius ascendant. And now for Capricorn, Moon is transiting in their 7th house. Again, Mars is also there. So 7th house is a house of spouse. So there is a possibility of emotionally connected with your spouse, husband, wife. So there's a possibility of being carried away, a lot of expectation, a kind of insecurity, or a kind of drift in mood, tides of an ocean. Mood will swing a lot when in interacting with the spouse. So don't expect a lot from your spouse in the coming 2.5 days. But because Mars is also there. Mars in debilitated situation in 7th house. So Mars and Moon, they create a warship, a war zone in 7th house. So you need to be very particular when dealing with your spouse. Try to be very professional in conversation, in interaction. Don't try to be very emotional when dealing with your spouse. If you try to become very emotional, so you would be expecting more, and then a lot of issues might come. Quarrel or mood upset, tension, worries. Okay. So these are the predictions I am sharing with you, because based on the moon transit in the afternoon time. So for the coming 2.5 days, these are the predictions which I am sharing with you. These predictions will help you to analyze your life, control your life, balance your life. Okay. So for Capricorn ascendant, the area of concern is the spouse, other person. There you need to be very grounded. Now let's talk about Aquarius. Aquarius ascendant. In this case, Moon occupies 6th house with Mars, debilitated Mars. So it means you are insecure about problems, obstacles, enemies. So there is a possibility that you try to hide certain things. Hide certain things from your mother or from other people because of insecurity. And because of Mars and Moon in 6th house, you get very upset with the problems, with the obstacles, with the issues, all the negative stuff of your life. You get very upset. So again, meditation will help. Om chanting will definitely help. And when dealing with the negative stuff of your life, for example, physical issues, mental issues, or anybody who's creating problem, try to be very grounded, practical. Do not let your emotions rule you, or you do not get carried away with the emotions connected with your negative stuff, diseases, physical issues, all the problems. Relax. Okay. Meditation is very important. Physical exercise, because one who is involved in physical exercise, using hands, brisk walking or jogging, any kind of, a lot of negative energy is being thrown away. Aquarius ascendant, there is a lot of possibility that negativity will fumes, it will spread in your life. So you need to do physical exercise, you need to do meditation, both in particular for coming 2.5 days, because there is a lot of possibility of you people being carried away with the negative stuff, because Mars is also not supporting, right? Now the last one, mean, Pisces zodiac sign. In this case, moon entered, or moon will be transiting in 5th house. So it means fifth house, a house of relationship, your friend circle, your creativity, speculative business. So the anger issue might arises related to that part, to that sector. So when you are interacting with your friends, with your relations, you might get involved in quarrel. You need to be, don't get carried away, because there's a possibility that you start expecting a lot from your relations, from your friend circle. And there is a possibility of being insecure of your relations. Of anybody who is in speculative business, investing in lottery or share market, the graph would be like this, not consistent in the coming 2.5 days, good or very bad, or good or bad. And you might get angry with the result of speculative business, share market or lottery business, or wherever you have invested money. 5th house, a house of first child. So emotionally connected with the first child. Do not get involved in any sort of quarrel. Don't, if your child is small and he is not listening to you, don't scold him, don't beat him. Be very aware. Right now, the moon, I'm talking about all the 12 zodiac sign, moon is in conjunction, would be in conjunction with Mars from afternoon. And Mars, in wherever it is placed, it is in debilitated. So for all the ascendants, सारी राशियों के लिए मैं बात कर रहा हूं, सब राशियों के लिए, for all the ascendants I'm talking about, emotionally carried away होने की possibility बहुत ज़्यादा है. There is a lot of possibility of you people, of all the ascendant, of being carried away if things doesn't happen as per your likings. So the coming 2.5 days, for all the ascendant I'm talking about, this is the best time to do meditation. And meditation, Om chanting. Eat less, remain silent, less communication, less interacting with people. Okay? Control your senses and get involved more in meditation. Don't expect too much in whatever field you are in. So this is the predictions which I have shared with you based on moon transit, because that is the most important part among all the 9 planets. Moon is very important. We live with emotions. Sometimes we do not live. We contradict our analysis, our accountability. We get carried away by emotions. So, thank you everybody. If you have any question, you can comment and you can ask me. Bye-bye. predictions based on moon transit, predictions for all the zodiac signs, all the ascendants,